What if the very first thing you do each morning is actually draining decades off your life, without you even realizing it? You wake up groggy, your joints stiff, your balance a little off. You chalk it up to just getting older. But what if I told you this daily struggle isn't normal, and more importantly, it's not necessary? Let me share something that changed the way I look at aging. Just a few weeks ago, a 68-year-old patient named Frank came to me frustrated. Every morning felt like a battle, knees throbbing, head foggy, energy gone by 10 a.m. And yet, his childhood friend Greg, same age, was still hiking, driving cross-country, and mentoring at his community center. Both men, same age, same background, but completely different quality of life. So, what made the difference? It wasn't genes. It wasn't supplements. It was something much simpler and far more powerful. Here's the truth: after 65, how you spend your first 5 minutes after waking up can set the tone for your blood pressure, your brain clarity, even your mobility, for the rest of the day. And over time, those 5 minutes can literally determine whether you're thriving or merely surviving in your later years. New studies out of Harvard and the National Institute on Aging confirm this. But hardly anyone is talking about it. In today's episode of Pure Nutrition, I'm going to walk you through a 5-minute science-backed routine that's helped my clients regain clarity, move pain-free, and tap into energy they thought was long gone. Before we get into it, I just want to ask you something simple. If this video gives you even one helpful idea, just type a 1 in the comments. And if it doesn't quite land for you, no worries, drop a 0 and let me know what you were hoping to find instead. I'm here to help, and your feedback means a lot. Let's get started. Part 1, warm lemon water, 1 minute. After 60, your body doesn't wake up refreshed, it wakes up playing catch up. And most people have no idea. While you're sleeping peacefully, your body quietly loses moisture, through your breath, through your skin, almost half a liter, gone by morning. You don't notice it. You don't sweat. But internally, your blood gets thicker, your heart starts pumping harder, and your brain? It's already trying to function on empty. For older adults, this quiet dehydration isn't just about feeling a little thirsty. It can raise your risk of stroke, spike your blood pressure before breakfast, and burden your liver right when it's working hardest to clear out the waste your body processed overnight. That's why what you put into your body first thing in the morning matters more than most people realize. And no, it's not your coffee. It starts with something far simpler, a glass of warm water with the juice of just a quarter of a fresh lemon. It takes less than a minute, but the ripple effects touch nearly every organ system in your body. Warm water isn't just comforting. It gently opens up your blood vessels, improves circulation, and gives your heart a lighter load to carry, especially important if you're managing high blood pressure or cardiovascular concerns, which become more common with age. And the lemon? It's not just there for taste. That little wedge is packed with potassium, vitamin C, and natural electrolytes, nutrients your cells are quietly craving after a long night. It gives your liver a hand in detoxing, kickstarts digestion, and activates enzymes that help flush out what your body worked all night to get rid of. It even supports joint health. Compounds in lemon have been shown to stimulate collagen, the protein that keeps your joints flexible, your skin firm, and your blood vessels strong. It's a simple way to fight back against morning stiffness and long-term inflammation. Mary Thompson, 72, from Asheville, North Carolina, knows this firsthand. After a minor stroke just before turning 70, her doctor suggested a small change: skip the toast and coffee, start with lemon water. A few weeks in, Mary felt the difference. Her mornings were clearer, her joints less stiff, and her cardiologist genuinely surprised at the improvements. Is it a miracle cure? Of course not. But it's a first step. A quiet signal to your body that today, you're showing up to support it, not stress it. And here's the part most people miss: it's not just what you drink, it's when you drink it. Lemon water at noon isn't the same as lemon water at sunrise. Your body needs it most in those first minutes, when your systems are resetting, recalibrating, and trying to find balance. This is exactly the kind of habit I love sharing with my clients: simple, powerful, and free. No pills, no gimmicks, no morning routine that takes an hour and a half. Just one glass, one lemon wedge, and 60 seconds that could shift how your entire day feels. You don't need a medical degree to feel better after 60. But you do need awareness, and the willingness to trade old habits for ones that truly serve your future. So tomorrow morning, before you scroll your phone, pour your coffee, or even say a word, pause. Walk to the kitchen. Drink a glass of warm water with lemon. Let your body know you're listening. You're choosing clarity, energy, and calm strength from the very first moment of your day. Part 2, Circulation Reset, 1 minute. Here's something most people never think about: your blood doesn't just start moving the moment you open your eyes. After lying still for 6 to 8 hours, your circulation slows down, especially in your legs. Less blood reaches your brain, your balance is off, and for older adults, this quiet drop in circulation can be more dangerous than it seems. That's why the first 60 seconds after you get out of bed matter more than most people realize. One simple sequence of gentle movements can shift your entire morning, from foggy and unsteady to clear, grounded, and energized. It doesn't take much. Start by standing with your feet shoulder-width apart. As you inhale deeply through your nose, raise your arms slowly overhead. Then exhale through your mouth as you lower them. Roll your shoulders back 5 times, slow and easy, then roll them forward. Now, lift your heels just off the ground, pause for a second, and lower them. Do that 10 times. These aren't exercises. They're signals, telling your body, your heart, and your brain, it's time to wake up. What you're doing here is something doctors call muscle pumping. When your calves contract, they help push blood upward, from your feet, back to your heart, and up to your brain. This simple movement clears out the morning fog, improves oxygen flow, and lowers the risk of something we don't talk about enough: the morning fall. According to researchers at Johns Hopkins, the risk of falling is highest in the first hour after waking, especially for older adults. And it makes sense. You go from lying still to standing upright too quickly, and blood flow to your brain hasn't caught up. That's when dizziness hits. That's when legs buckle. And too often, that's when injuries happen. But here's the good news: just 1 minute of intentional movement in the morning, slow, mindful, and steady, can reduce that risk by over 40%. That's not just a stat. That's the difference between staying independent and ending up in a hospital bed. And there's more. These small movements also activate your lymphatic system, your body's natural detox network. Unlike your bloodstream, your lymph system doesn't have a heart to keep it moving. It only flows when you do. And that flow is essential. It clears out waste, toxins, even early-stage cancer cells. But it can't do its job if you stay still. James Carter, 74, from Boise, Idaho, used to wake up like many people do, slow, groggy, and straight to the coffee pot. Most mornings, he felt dizzy before he even made it to the couch. It wasn't until he took a fall in the bathroom that he realized something had to change. His physical therapist gave him a simple routine. 1 minute, no equipment, no pressure. Now, every morning, James breathes deep, rolls his shoulders, and lifts his heels before taking a single step. And in his own words, "I feel like I start on purpose now, not by accident." This is what natural health looks like after 60. It's not about pushing harder. It's about listening smarter. Supporting your body with habits that match the phase of life you're in. Especially in that tender moment, when you shift from rest to movement. That moment is delicate. But it's also powerful. When done with intention, it sets the tone for everything that follows: sharper thinking, steadier walking, and a sense of calm control that stays with you throughout the day. So tomorrow morning, before you rush into the day, take a pause. Don't ignore that moment of stillness, use it. Stand tall. Breathe deep. Move gently. Just 1 minute, and your whole day could move in a better direction. And in the long run, that 1 minute might be the very reason you're still walking strong in your 80s, with a clear mind and steady feet. Part 3. Protein within the first 30 minutes. After 65, your muscles don't just age, they slowly shrink, unless you step in and stop it. Each night while you sleep, your body quietly shifts into a fasting state. It pulls energy from your stored reserves just to keep things running, breathing, healing, staying warm. And here's the part most people miss: if you don't break that fast the right way, and break it soon enough, your body doesn't just burn fat. It starts breaking down muscle. That process is called catabolism, and for older adults, it's one of the biggest hidden threats to strength, mobility, and independence. It doesn't happen with a bang, it happens slowly, invisibly, and it builds over time until one day, getting up from a chair is harder than you remember. That's why the first 30 minutes after waking are critical. You don't just need breakfast, you need protein, and you need it early. According to the National Institute on Aging, adults over 65 who consume 25 to 30 grams of quality protein within the first half hour of waking maintain significantly more lean muscle mass over time. Those who miss this window, they're up to 64% more likely to lose muscle rapidly, even if they eat well later in the day. And this isn't just about strength. Less muscle means a slower metabolism, weaker bones, increased risk of falls, lower immunity, and plain old fatigue, no matter how healthy the rest of your diet looks. Carla Rodriguez, 69, from Santa Fe, used to feel that decline creeping in. She'd skip breakfast or nibble on toast, thinking it was enough. But by mid-morning, she was shaky and foggy. By evening, completely drained. Her doctor suggested one small change: protein first thing in the morning. So she swapped her toast for a whey protein shake and 2 boiled eggs. Within weeks, her energy returned, her focus sharpened, and even her posture improved. Because here's the truth, this isn't about dieting, it's about fueling. Your muscles need protein to rebuild what was lost overnight. Your bones rely on it for density. Your brain uses it to maintain balance in neurotransmitters. In short, protein sets the stage for everything else your body is trying to do that day. And it's simpler than you think. A scoop of clean whey protein in a smoothie. A bowl of Greek yogurt with some almonds. 2 egg whites and 1 whole egg. Soft tofu or cottage cheese if you're vegetarian. The brand doesn't matter, the timing does. Many people believe it's okay to get enough protein by the end of the day. But aging bodies don't store or process protein the same way they used to. Your body needs it when the day begins, not hours later. And the benefits go far beyond muscle. Early protein helps stabilize blood sugar, keeping your energy steady and your cravings at bay. It sharpens your focus, supports hormone balance, and even helps manage weight, something especially important if you're dealing with insulin resistance or trying to reduce belly fat after 60. This is one of those longevity secrets that never makes it onto cereal boxes. It's not flashy, but it works. You don't need to count every gram, and you don't need to eat like a bodybuilder. But if you want to stay strong, steady, and independent for the long haul, you do need to start your day with intention. And that intention starts with protein, not later, not mid-morning, but within 30 minutes of waking. Because after 50, your breakfast isn't just fuel, it's a message to your body. And that message should be clear: we're rebuilding today, not breaking down. Make it count. Part 4, 90 Seconds of Joint Mobility. As we age, our joints stop bouncing back the way they once did. After a long night of stillness, the fluid that cushions those joints, your knees, hips, spine, becomes thicker, more sluggish. That's why so many older adults wake up feeling stiff, achy, or even a little unstable. It's not just age, it's friction. Quiet, invisible, and slowly increasing with time. And left unchecked, that morning stiffness can turn into something more serious. In fact, it's one of the most common contributors to falls in adults over 65. But here's the good news. You can interrupt that cycle with just 90 seconds each morning. Start simple. Sit on the edge of your bed. Gently rotate each ankle 10 times in one direction, then 10 the other way. Next, make slow, careful circles with your knees. Stand up, hold onto a chair or your dresser, and gently lean from side to side. Add a light twist in your upper body. Then finish with a few slow shoulder rolls as you breathe deeply. That's it. You're not stretching for flexibility or breaking a sweat, you're warming your joints. Giving them the movement they need to get lubricated, loose, and ready for your day. You're reducing friction, easing pressure, and preparing your body for action. Think of it like warming up your car on a winter morning. You wouldn't just slam it into drive. Your joints are the same way, they move best when they're gently brought to life. The Mayo Clinic notes that warming the synovial fluid inside your joints helps reduce wear and tear over time. It's a small, daily act that protects you from joint degeneration, arthritis flare-ups, and even long-term mobility loss. And best of all, it helps prevent falls, which send thousands of older adults to the ER every year. But here's what's often overlooked: it doesn't just help your body, it helps your mood. Gentle movement triggers the release of endorphins, your brain's natural mood lifters. Just a few intentional motions can ease anxiety, melt away that heavy morning fog, and help you start the day with a clearer head and lighter heart. Take Barbara Ellis, 76, from Spokane. Mornings used to feel like wading through wet cement. Her knees locked. Her back throbbed. She dreaded getting up. But at her daughter's suggestion, she gave this 90-second routine a try. Ankle rolls, knee circles, a little twisting. Simple. Within days, she noticed a difference. Within weeks, she was moving without dread, and eventually, without her cane. This is what real prevention looks like. Not a pill, not a treatment, just a mindful habit. Small, consistent actions that respect the reality of aging bodies and give them what they need to thrive. Stiffness isn't just annoying, it's a message. Ignore it, and it could lead to pain, injury, or a fall that alters your independence. But answer it, with movement, with care, and you give yourself a much better chance at staying strong, steady, and safe. Mobility isn't something you lose all at once. It slips away slowly when the little things get skipped. But the great news is this: you can start rebuilding it right now. It doesn't take fancy routines. Just 90 seconds of gentle, purposeful motion. Think of it like tuning an instrument. You don't wait until the middle of a performance to adjust the strings. You tune first. You prepare. You help your body wake up with grace. So tomorrow morning, before you walk across the room or lift anything heavy, pause. Give your joints what they're quietly asking for: warmth, circulation, and attention. Just 90 seconds. That's all it takes to protect your body, uplift your mood, and start the day on stable, steady feet. Part 5. Reverse Memory Recall. Aging doesn't have to mean forgetting names, losing your train of thought, or walking into a room and wondering why you're there. But just like we warm up the body before we move, we need to start warming up the brain before we expect it to perform. That's where a simple mental habit, done each morning, can make all the difference. Find a quiet spot, sit comfortably, close your eyes, and breathe slowly. Then, take 1 minute to mentally rewind your last 24 hours, but do it backward. Start with last night. What did you eat for dinner? What were you wearing? Who did you speak to? Then move into your afternoon. What sounds did you hear? What emotions did you feel? Keep moving back, scene by scene, until you reach the moment you woke up. It's not about getting every detail right. What matters is the effort. This practice, known as reverse recall, activates your hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory storage and retrieval. And when done consistently, it boosts levels of BDNF, a powerful brain-supporting protein that acts like fertilizer, helping your neurons grow, connect, and stay healthy. According to research from Stanford's Center for Brain Longevity, older adults who practice simple memory recall tasks like this each morning show slower cognitive decline, better attention spans, sharper short-term memory, and stronger verbal fluency, even into their 80s and beyond. Take Eugene Miller, 71, from Fort Collins, Colorado. He started forgetting names, appointments, and parts of conversations. It scared him. But after trying this 1-minute recall ritual, just sitting quietly and reviewing his day in reverse, something changed. Within a few weeks, he was remembering more. Not just in the mornings, but all throughout the day. Grocery lists. Faces. Small details. But even more important than what he remembered was how he felt, in control again. This little practice costs nothing. It can be done anywhere. And when you pair it with proper hydration, gentle movement, and joint activation, it becomes part of a powerful rhythm that supports your body and mind in harmony. Because your brain works best when your blood is flowing, your lungs are open, and your body is alert. When the oxygen reaches your neurons, this exercise has more impact. You're not just remembering, you're strengthening the foundation for a sharper, more resilient mind. And the benefits go far beyond memory. Clarity in the morning reduces stress. It improves mood. It lowers inflammation markers in the body. And perhaps most powerfully, it brings back a sense of purpose. You're not just drifting through your days. You're anchored in them. You don't need an app. You don't need puzzles or a subscription. All you need is a quiet moment to walk through your own memories, slowly, gently, and with intention. Start tomorrow. Don't force it. Don't rush. Just ask your mind to meet you where you are. and as the memories come into focus, so will your sense of self. 1 minute. 1 habit. A sharper mind, for years to come. You don't need a gym. You don't need expensive treatments. All it takes is 5 intentional minutes each morning, done with care, done consistently, to change not just how you age, but how you live. Because aging well isn't about fighting time. It's about working with your body, your breath, and your brain. It's about building a life with clarity, vitality, and purpose, on your terms. At PureNutrition, we believe growing older isn't about fading out, it's about stepping into a wiser, more purposeful version of yourself. Every new day gives you a choice. To drift, or to live with presence. To wait, or to wake up with intention. So if this video gave you even a moment of clarity, of peace, or of hope, share it with someone you care about. Because one simple reminder each morning could be the greatest gift they receive this year. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe, because your health is your greatest wealth. And you deserve to protect it.